Quincy and Phee were both noticeably more relaxed than they had been in years. Even though it had only been a few weeks since they'd killed Abraham Degler and stopped his rampant murder of New York clergy, it felt like much more time had passed. Their leave of absence from the force seemed to agree with them. The Degler case had certainly taken its toll on both of them in ways they wouldn't have imagined. The case had so thoroughly challenged them physically, emotionally, psychologically, and even spiritually that the two of them thought about early retirement. Both the police chief and mayor campaigned aggressively to convince them otherwise. Although Degler almost destroyed them, he inadvertently ended up making them heroes. The partners had already enjoyed somewhat of a rock star status amongst their brothers and sisters in blue. But the notoriety from the Degler case catapulted them even higher, not just in the eyes of their fellow officers, but the brass as well. Between accumulated vacation time, disability, and some string-pulling from the chief of police, the two of them were looking forward to 2 months of paid leave. The mayor had made it very clear to give them whatever they needed to get them to stay on the force. After some negotiating and soul-searching, their only demand was downtime, which ironically took considerable effort for them to begin to enjoy. It was quite possible that soon they would miss the job. It was likely that they would even be bored without their former routines. Only time would tell. For now, they were content with some of the more simple things in life. Quincy had finally started sleeping consistently, peacefully, a feat more attributed to him having fallen in love with Elena than anything else. And although he was reluctant to admit it, Phee wasn't far behind Quincy and Elena in his own burgeoning love affair with Brenda, one of his closest friends and occasional lover for years. It was ironic and somewhat apropos that the two men who had accumulated shared experiences of violence and crime had finally stumbled into love at the same time in their lives. For now both men lived for the moment and enjoyed the possibilities that each day brought. Phee and Brenda decided to bring Quincy and Elena to a popular soul food joint up in Harlem for Sunday brunch. As a surprise, Phee got Quincy's brother Liam to meet them there as well. They were all celebrating Quincy's birthday 2 days early because Phee and Brenda were scheduled to leave from JFK that night on a flight to Nice. There was certainly no shortage of fancier restaurants that they could have chosen for their celebration, but Phee knew what mattered most to his best friend and partner. He got Quincy hooked on soul food within 2 months of them meeting. Shortly afterwards, Quincy got his brother addicted as well. Elena was the only virgin at the table. She had never had the majority of dishes that the waitress brought to them. Smothered pork chops with grits and gravy, homemade buttered biscuits and salmon croquettes. It was only 11 o'clock in the morning, and Quincy was recommending that she order the fried catfish and scrambled eggs, while he ordered the honey-fried chicken and waffles.